JR admits to Marissa he wants his family back. The men of Pine Valley participate in a bachelor auction, and Erica is taken to the police station. Well, if you already know that story, then you must watch the daytime soap opera All My Children. What you may not know is just how little life resembles art for the show's 64-year-old star, Susan Lucci. Tonight she takes Juju Chang inside her life off screen.
You be Oprah, I'll be Gail.
Okay, do a road trip.
For someone so famous, Susan Lucci leads a pretty regular suburban life here in Long Island, just outside New York City. When we arrange to spend the day with her, her preference is to go shopping.
I know, it's like a Sex and the City moment.
It is.
Shoe shopping, to be exact.
Can you do this?
I certainly can.
You can?
Oh, yes.
Ultra expensive shoes, to be even more precise. And she can afford them because she is, after all, the most famous soap star of all time.
I'm Erica Kane.
America Kane.
America Kane.
America Kane.
She's played the scandalous Erica Kane on All My Children for more than 40 years, starting when the character was just 15.
I want to be special, and I'm going to be.
Erica Kane matured into a conniving vixen, plowed through countless romances, 8 husbands, an untold number of heartbreaks, and over-the-top dramatic crescendos.
Why did you never leave All My Children?
I had great material. I love acting. It's a fresh script every day. I love playing this part.
Bianca, do you remember when you were little?
Her role landed her an unprecedented 21 Emmy nominations.
So when people say it's an honor to be nominated, that's what that means.
That's what that means. That's what it means to me. Yes,
totally.
Absolutely.
But it was being the loser time and time and time again that made Susan Lucci even more famous.
The streak is over, Susan Lucci!
My husband lifted me up by my elbow, and anybody who saw that broadcast saw me lean over to my husband, and I whispered to him, "Are you sure?
Are you sure? Thank you.
And he said yes, and then it went up.
I truly never believed that this would happen.
From Oprah to Kelly to Rosie, it seemed everyone was rooting for her.
Thank you. I'm going back to that studio on Monday, and I'm going to play Erica Kane for all she's worth. Thank you so very much.
Juju, a lot of people ask me where I keep the Emmy, and I tell them on the mantle in the living room, center stage.
I think you need another spotlight on it.
Or another one next to it.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, come with me.
Okay.
This is the
She took me around her surprisingly traditional home, a stately colonial with chintz and objet d'art and family heirlooms.
The other things I love are all the, the photos of our children growing up.
As we continued the house tour, I asked her if she could show me a signature Erica Kane move. She has perfected the slap into an art form all her own. I recruited my producer, Stephen Baker, to be our victim.
So I'm going to wind up big time and look like I'm really going to let you have it.
I'm ready for my big slap moment.
Okay.
This is going to be so much fun. How was that?
Very good.
Thank you.
Yes.
I hate you!
Slaps, sex scenes, every juicy detail. It's all spelled out in the script for Erica Kane.
I usually have eight or 10 scenes every script.
In contrast, Susan Lucci is an old-fashioned celebrity, keeping her private life to herself. Until now. It's all in her newly released book, aptly titled All My Life. It was her son's idea.
He said, for one thing, all the girls I date, once they know you're my mom, they want to know how you did it. Everybody knows Erica Kane, but nobody really knows about you.
Because Lucci's trampy on-screen persona is a far cry from her own. She's been married to just one man, Helmut Huber, almost as long as she's been playing Erica Kane. He says his wife is a real-life goddess, but more of the domestic variety.
If there's a candle just not right on one of the tables on the way down to the garage, she stops, it's going to fix it.
So she's an organizer.
Oh,
she's
yeah.
a neat freak.
Lucci was a devoted mother to her now grown son and daughter. Both are still very close to her. As a young working mother, she insisted her contract give her time off for the first day of school and other major events in her children's lives.
If the house was burning down and I had to take one thing,
that would be
this would be what I would take.
Like so many moms, Lucci suffered when they went off to college.
I walked by Liza's room that first night, and it was dark. And that made me so sad. First of all, I missed her like crazy.
You're making me cry. I don't even want to think about it.
Oh, and I was like you, just even thinking about her going to college. I remember saying, I don't want her to move to the next block.
I know.
Why do they have to go away? It's okay that I went away, but I don't want her to go away.
They may be your average grandparents, but not your ordinary empty nesters.
You are nothing to me. Do you understand? Nothing.
Because Susan Lucci's longtime alter ego often drops by uninvited.
Do you ever get Erica Kane at home?
Maybe I'll go away now.
No, you need to be here for this.
No, I think there is a little bit of Erica Kane in all of us. You know?
That's a good point.
I mean, and I just turn around and say, honey, you know, you're home now.
Susan Lucci is not a diva.
I will not let my fans down.
She just plays one on TV. I'm Juju Chang for Nightline in New York.